Hi. In this video I will show you how to solve a pipes puzzle. The easiest starting point is to look for straight pipe segments along the edge of the grid. For example, look at this segment. If we leave it like this, the water will flow out of the grid. This segment should be rotated, so it is aligned with the edge of the grid. Now we know the exact orientation of this segment. You should always lock into place such segments, so they are visually different and you don't change them by mistake. The T-shaped segments, located next to the edge of the grid, can also be defined. None of the three pipe exits should point out of the grid. So we should align the flat part of the T with the edge. We can do the same for this segment. And for this one too. Now take a look at this piece. This is a pipe end. It cannot be connected to another pipe end, because that will form an isolated group. So this piece cannot point to the left, nor to the right. And it cannot point out of the grid either. So it must point down. We can also look for locked pipe segments, which are going into a pipe end cell. For example, look at this exit. We should rotate the pipe end so it connects to the rest of the pipes. We can do the same here. And this one is already connected properly. This L-shaped segment should be connected to the pipe above it. But if it is positioned like this, the water will flow out of the grid. It must be rotated so the other end points inwards. Pieces, which are locked into place, can act like edges. This segment cannot connect to the left, because that piece is already locked. We must rotate the segment so the flat side aligns with the virtual edge. Now we can connect these two pieces. Now this piece can only be connected to the right. This piece is correctly placed, because it should connect to the left and then turn upwards. This T-shaped piece cannot connect to the left. So it is correctly placed. These two pieces are already connected in the only possible way. This piece cannot connect upwards, as it will go out of the grid. And it cannot connect to the right, as that piece is already locked. It must connect to the left and downwards. There are already two pipes going into this cell. We can rotate the piece to connect to both of them. This piece should connect to the pipe on the right. This one cannot connect upwards. So its position is already correct. This piece cannot connect downwards. It should run horizontally as it currently does. Take a look at this piece. There are three pipes going in. We should rotate the piece so we match all of them. We can now rotate this piece and the puzzle is solved. Solving a wrap pipes variant is almost the same. The difference is that we cannot use the edge of the grid as a starting point, because the pipes can run out of the grid. What we can do is to look for straight segments, with pipe ends on both sides. If we rotate the straight segment, it would connect the pipe ends, and they will form an isolated group. This is not allowed, so this straight segment should be positioned vertically. We can now connect this line end to the locked piece. Now take a look at this piece. It cannot connect to the left, so it has only two possible orientations. It could be either like this, or like this. As you can see, in both cases a pipe goes to the right. So we can say for sure, that this piece should point to the left. This immediately forms an edge here, which helps us fix the position of this straight segment. Now we can also define the orientation of this pipe end. Here we have formed a virtual edge. These two T-shaped pieces should be aligned, so no pipe is going upwards. Now check out this piece. It has to be connected to the pipe on the top. So it can be positioned either like this, or like this. But if it turns to the right, then we would form a loop, which is not allowed. The piece must turn to the left. Now look at this piece. It cannot point to the right, because that piece is already locked. It cannot point down, because it will connect to another pipe end, isolating a group from the rest. If it goes to the left, the pipe goes out of the grid, and then comes back in from the opposite direction. It would again connect to another pipe end, isolating a group from the rest. The only possible orientation left, is for the piece to point upwards. This piece should be connected to the right. And it must turn upwards. This piece must be connected to the left. But if it turns upwards, it would isolate a group from the rest. So it must turn downwards. This one should be connected to the right, so its orientation is correct. The piece below must also be aligned in the same direction. And the one above should not point downwards, so its orientation is correct. This L-shaped piece cannot be connected from the right and from the bottom. So we can align its neighbors accordingly. This one we can connect to the right. And this one we can connect to the left. We cannot connect this piece downwards, as it would come back from the top, hitting a dead end. We must align it like this. This piece should be connected on the left and it must turn downwards. It will then come back from the top, forcing this piece to point upwards. This one already has two pipes coming in, so it must connect them. This piece should be connected to the right and then turn upwards. And then we should connect this pipe end. The last piece is already in place. The puzzle is solved. You should now be able to crack any pipes puzzle.